Hello everyone, my name is John Michael Bushman and welcome back to Match Duel, and we will be back using Yubel. I'm not gonna say anymore. I've seen the numbers and people seem to not like watching Tenpai so much. Then again, once you've seen one bit of Tenpai, you've probably already seen everything else. Although, the one thing that people are probably waiting for Yubel at this point is the Fiendsmith support and how that will basically take this deck in particular to heights that will never well, let's just say we're gonna see this girl right here far more often once Fiend Smith rolls around, and she will be the one who will be setting up everything that that deck is now infamously known for. And she does get hit on the ban list because of the sins of Devil May Cry Dante, not Dante's Inferno Dante. So there is that. I have been and will be saving my gems until Fiendsmith rolls around, and I will give this deck the glow up that it truly deserves. So without further ado, let's get into these duels. Won the die roll at least, so let's see what my opponent has for me here. Oh wait, no, I lost the die roll. Jesus Christ, I've been reading it wrong. But at least I drew into Max C, so let's see if my opponent has anything. They are rocking the green sleeves, the generic green sleeves, or is it the synchro sleeves? I'm not quite sure which one. They do only have the plain field, so my opponent probably plays a lot of this game and is just too lazy to switch up the fields. I mean, I would always like tailor make my field to match whatever deck I'm playing. Well, usually, there are a lot of people who play the Yubel deck and then they use the fiend field in order to match it. But this is, oh boy, been seeing a bit of an uptick with Floanderies as of late, but the one thing to stop them is to, well, just stop this at least. Stop them from getting into their bigger birds. But we're gonna see if this is enough. If not, then at least we know for a fact that our maxis are dead for this specific matchup. So we're gonna see here. We're gonna negate the Rabina. This deck is basically just stopping your opponent from doing as many plays as possible, and just hope to the gods that they don't have any of the bigger birds in hand. And all right, cool. And we did indeed stop them, but they do have they have one unknown, so these could be the other quick play spells, or they could have already drawn into the trap, which is also a possibility here. What I will do first actually is establish some insurance. So we'll shuffle back in these two, and that will indicate to my opponent as to what I have in hand. So we're gonna put it here alongside the Rabina. Hello there, you little bird. And then we will get some Sara these nuts onto this side of the field, as out of respect for the infinite impermanence columns. Then we will sacrifice it. Let's see if that gets something out of my opponent, which I'm pretty sure it will. Okay, yep, Ash Blossom, so forcing the issue out of me. We're going to do Phantom of Yubel now, because we really need some Sara these nuts to resolve, unless one of these is called by the grave, which is also what they could have. Okay, they don't. So now we're gonna do that. Phantom of Yubel will now transform it, and then we will destroy this, and then that will cause us to have the OG Yubel on the field now. We'll activate the two things first. We'll activate the one on the field. Something happened there. I think the settings of my microphone changed. It blinked for a little. Don't know what happened there. I guess I'll fix it in post, or rather after this duel. Something like changed. Now we'll get the continuous spell, Nightmare Pain. Yeah, and then once that happens, let's see. Okay, there we go. Opponent, let's see here. Then we do this. Let's see if my opponent reacts. No, he does not. We'll actually destroy the OG Yubel, and then we'll get the Grave Squirmer, because we literally don't have too much on the field. Then we'll get this. There we go. Which will get us the Nightmare. There we go. And then we could indeed do that, but I'm not going to yet. Banishing their stuff is not really good anyway, so we'll just chip in for a bit of damage, and because we don't have a way to get to the Geist Grinder, which is the biggest way that we're going to be able to stack up damage against these guys. We're not. We're just gonna chip in and hope for that nothing else happens here. And then second main, we'll do this. We'll shuffle back in the OG Yubel and the other Yubel. There we go. And we'll put it, I don't know, maybe here in the middle. There we go. Let's see if they do something here. No, they do not. We'll save the Grave Squirmer in hand for later. So we're just gonna pass back to our opponent here. Alright, so then this will trigger. I completely forgot about that. He destroys all other monsters, so I should have set that up. That is indeed a punt. Alright. But at least it gets rid of the Robina, so there is that. So now we need a field spell if we want to recover that one. Whoops. Completely forgot that Nightmare destroys everything on the field. I should have seen that one coming. But we'll have the two Yubels on the board, so we're gonna see what my opponent does here. And while the game loads, I'm gonna see what happened to my microphone. Okay, so my microphone seems to be fine, but now I mean, hopefully it didn't screw up the recording too much. But we will tribute away the Terror Incarnate. There we go. Yeah, no applicable card. I know I did put the Ultimate Nightmare into the deck for this specific purpose, but we have at least a negate of sorts, and Grave Squirmer as a way to stop whatever it is my opponent is going to be planning to do. So we're gonna see how far we go from here. I mean, my opponent can sort of deal with this, unless of course they bricked. I mean, I played Flowanderiz for a spell before, but this is something that is going to hurt me a little. But why is he's banishing his own shit? Oh, so that he can get Robina back into rotation, huh? Okay. So first things first, we're gonna max C it up. Wait, what did they target? They targeted their own thing. Okay. We're not gonna do anything yet. Because the one that we're going to stop is the Robina search. Because if they're having difficulty in getting their plays going in the first place, then stopping Robina here will be far more beneficial to us. That's doing it now. So this will happen. And then that will replace Robina's effect with, hey, just destroy a Yubel on the board instead. Thank you very much. And you will advance my board rather than yours. And we're gonna see if anything else happens here. Absolutely not. They have not used any of their two back row, at all. So we'll just get the Nightmare down. There we go. Let's see what else. Oh, excuse me. Let me just fix how I'm seating here. Let's just see what else my opponent is gonna do. If at all. Okay, just moving straight into battle, and they have to attack. That's what Nightmare Pain does. And if you don't have anything upon it, this is like one of the most shameful ways to lose. Like you're gonna die, but in very slow increments. If you had monsters that were like 3,000 attack, then this death would be a lot quicker. But no. All of his monsters are below 1,000. Jesus Christ, it's gonna be a very, very slow death. Oh boy. And yeah, it seems that they were bricking whatever they had in hand or face down were not going to help in the situation that they were currently in. So yeah, we definitely choked them out to death. Let's move on to the next duel. Lost the die roll again. So let's see what my opponent has for me here. We're in the Trap Tricks field. Opponent's rocking the Halloween sleeves, and we have nothing but go second answers. Great. Just passing right back at us with their extra thick deck. So we're gonna see what they have here. It could have been better, so we're gonna see what happens. Opening of the Spirit Gates. Do you have something for this opponent? I'm assuming you have. I mean, 60 cards. It could potentially be anything. Alright, sure. We're gonna get the Dark Beckoning Beast. There we go. Excuse me. Then we'll normal summon it to this part right here. You can I keep forgetting that you can actually just drag the cards onto areas of the field. Like I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone lately, and an unhealthy amount of that. I've only really spent on the battle pass so far, and it's a surprising amount of value for money. But from what I hear, if you've already like started playing Hearthstone, it's not exactly advisable to play it for like extended periods of time because it really will grind away your sanity. I don't have an Ash Blossom in hand, so I'll just do this to them anyway. What you would do actually in Hearthstone is to just wait for the weeklies and or dailies to pop up, and then you'll only play then. And then after that, you're done for the day, basically. You really shouldn't play Hearthstone for extended periods of time because it grinds away at your sanity, and I definitely felt that after playing Hearthstone for like probably close to 8 hours the other day. And don't get me wrong, Hearthstone is it's a really fun game. It's really good to look at. That is fine by me, opponent. You don't have a max C. Or rather, you're not gonna do too much to me here. So we'll do this. Don't tell me you have another Ash. I highly doubt you have another Ash Blossom. Or rather, you may have an Effect Veiler though, so there is that. The tangent I was going on for Hearthstone, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's really good to look at. It's fun to see everything interact. But yeah, definitely playing it for like hours and hours upon end. It's definitely not the way to consume Hearthstone. But we're gonna keep comboing off here. My opponent does seem like he has interaction, but I don't know what. We're gonna keep testing him here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna destroy the spirit. Let's see what he has. Okay, we'll get the Grave Squirmer, because that's recycling for us. And then we do Spirit. Do you have something for this? Do you have a Called by the Grave or a Banishing style effect? No, you do not. Alright, cool. And then, because we have the luxury to do so, we're actually going to do this. We will discard a card. In this case, we're going to discard one of the Spirit Gates. There we go. And do you have something for this? Do you have like a DD Crow, a Called by the Grave? Which one is it, opponent? I'm pretty sure either that or he has Nibiru, which is also another possible. Oh, Saronir. All right, that is cool. That is actually surprisingly fine. Because we have like 2 other copies in the deck, so I'm not too worried. What I'm going to do instead is we're gonna do this. We're gonna get Grave Squirmer down, and we will destroy the OG Yubel, and then that will get the Ultimate Nightmare out on the field. Yes, we will destroy a card. We'll destroy the OG Yubel. There we go. And because he already activated that, he will not have another chance. There we go. So opening the Spirit Gates, and we will summon this. There we go. And wait, oh, it doesn't summon the Ultimate Nightmare, the Terror Incarnate, because OG Yubel is back on the field. That is fascinating. Okay, I did not know that was a thing. All right. So now we're gonna do this because you so graciously offered it to me. There we go. Relinquish Anima. You should never ever do that to me. Or rather, you should always be like wary of your zone placements in this game. Jesus Christ, come on, man. You can do better than that. So now we're gonna do this. We'll actually get SB. Do you have anything else over there? No, you do not. Alright, we'll have to banish Saronir anyway. There we go. We'll get this and this. There we go. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god, did not expect that. I did not actually expect for OG Yubel to not trigger because they were on the field as the effect was resolving, so that's something to keep in mind for the future. Yep, yeah, it was sent to the graveyard, but I don't think it matters here. So we're just gonna do it like this, and there we go. We'll just swing in for 16 because I forgot that we are on turn 2. So there we go. We're not going to be able to Lightning Storm anytime soon anyway, so we're just gonna do this. Yes, we do indeed control level 10 monster. We'll add this to hand. What else can we do here? Well, we can summon back the Samsara These Nuts. What or we'll just attack in with SP Little Knight here, which is also pretty nice. Although we do have an infinite impermanence that we can use for later. But I would prefer if we had Phantom Yubel instead. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna swing in for our 16. Oh right, we can't attack. I forgot about SP Little Knight's little condition. So we're just gonna do this instead. We'll get Phantom Yubel by shuffling back in these two. Yeah, these two. Because we only have 2 copies of Grave Squirmer, I'd rather do that. And we'll actually set him in defense position because of fear of lightning storm style effects, and we're gonna see how far this gets us. Right, and our hand is not exactly doing too great, but my opponent's hand is well, let's just say it's sort of loaded. Let's have some 10 cards in hand, and they used what, 3 cards from their hand, yeah, and they drew into like 5 new cards. So let's see if they can fight through this. Although it's a 60 card pile, who knows what they're doing. Seeing the bestials could indicate that they're on some branded shenanigans or some Dragon Link stuff. I haven't seen everything from their deck yet. So while my opponent thinks about their decisions and how they're going to play out their turn, yep, it is indeed branded. All right, cool. We're not going to do anything yet. We're just going to wait until they try to do something. Okay, branded opening. That is fine. I'm assuming they're going to get Albaz here, unless they plan on doing anything else. I don't know what. But we're gonna see here. They haven't done it. Okay, a loober doober de boober doober. You don't normally want to do this. Well, normally is a loose word here, but stopping a loober usually like stops about 30% of their plays. So I'm gonna take this chance, and because I'm going to want to save the infinite impermanence for something much bigger than a loober doober. So we're gonna destroy one of the spirits. There we go. That'll allow us to summon the OG Yubel, so that'll still give us an avenue of attack here. Okay, there we go. Excuse me. Then let's see if they can still push past this. Unless they cannot, which is also a possibility. Unless, of course, I also draw into something else. Alright, they're using Thrust. What do you plan on doing there, good sir? I'm assuming just absolute no good. Unless it's something else. Grass. You're getting grass. Okay, okay. You'd better not do it in the imperm column. I know you wouldn't. But we're gonna see here. Are you sure you really need that graveyard now, don't you? All right, cool. Sure. Mill to your heart's content. I have nothing to stop that. I don't have an Ash Blossom, so you'll do your thing. All right, that loaded up his graveyard a ton. He milled probably about like 18 cards. Most of it is air, though. They did mill over a Lubellion, which will get his plays going. Branded Sword, that's a trap card that I very rarely see. They got rid of their 2 copies of Fusion Deployment. They have a Cartesia in the graveyard, so that's also something. But yeah, it was surprisingly mostly bad mills. Unless, of course, they have ways to recycle their spells and traps, especially the branded spells and traps. They have ways to recycle that. Fusion Duplication is also another one of these weird cards that branded players use, so we're gonna see. I mean, it's safe to assume that they're gonna take control. Oh, they'll look at my hand. I don't think that's a good idea, opponent. You should have drawn cards instead, because my hand is pretty much gas. I mean, you could get rid of the lightning storm, sure, it's insurance, but my hand sucks for you. I mean, it could potentially also suck for me depending on what happens next. But yeah, you don't exactly have a. I mean, from where I'm seated, you don't exactly have a good choice. Because I still have Nightmare Pain on the field. Unless, of course, you have a way to clear that. But we're gonna see how far you go here. 5 cards in hand. Do you have? Ooh, super polymerization, yogs. Alright, I'm assuming he's going to get rid of... Yeah, he got rid of my board. I'm fusing into my Dragon of the Swamp. That is fine, and now my opponent can freely, very freely combo off until he probably kills me. So I'll just see you guys at the end of my opponent's combo chain, or I could just die right here, right now. It's very easy for Branded to establish their shenanigans, but I'm gonna stop this just so that just as an out of spite thing. I forgot that I can't target him like all by himself. He already has innate protection, so he'll just ensure his whole board. So this is just me, you know, just trying my best. But yeah, I don't think I can recover at this point because I literally have no monsters. Although Yubel is still in the graveyard, unless he doesn't manage to kill me here, I may stand a chance. But knowing Branded, they'll probably find a line to kill me here. So I'll just see you guys either at the end of this duel or at the next interesting point if my opponent does indeed screw up his combo. Okay, we're back, and expectedly, my opponent did indeed find the line. Surprisingly, he was pretty conservative with his choices here. As you guys can just barely see his board. He didn't even establish Mirror Jade. He just established enough power on board to just kill me right then and there because he knew I had the Lightning Storm thanks to Triple Tactics talent. All he needed to do at that point was just to establish enough power on board to kill me right then and there. So yeah, props to my opponent for that. Let's move on to the next duel. Being made to go first is quite literally the scariest thing on Master Duel right now because it literally only means one thing and one thing only. That your opponent is on Tenpai. And I do not like it at all. Although, as a Yubel player, we could potentially stand a chance. So, we're gonna see here. We'll actually start with opening of the Spirit Gates first because if we start with 1-for-1, we're not going to get very far here. So we're gonna do this, and I am gonna sneeze, so excuse me for a second. Okay, I'm back, and I just did the usual plays here. Alright, we're gonna see if they have the Ash Blossom. Do you have the Ash Blossom opponent? Otherwise, forever hold your peace. That is actually surprisingly good. Because now that Terror Incarnate is in the graveyard, I was actually thinking of establishing the Phantom of Yubel first as Ash Blossom insurance, but if I did that first, then I will not have the fuel to get the 1-for-1 online, so there is that. So now we're gonna set the super polymerization, and we'll just pass to our opponent, and so we'll turn it on during the draw phase, and let's see if they have a response to the Max C. Again, this is a habit that was basically ingrained into me ever since Cash Theater was introduced into this game, and they still pop up every once in a while. Motherfucker. Ultimate Slayer is quite literally the best possible answer to this situation here. And yeah, it is a card that does see play in the paper game every once in a while. And if this is not what I expected it to be, oh boy. All right, let's see. I mean, given the support that Ancient Gear has nowadays, they can very easily kill me here. And you know what, guys? I am gonna give it to the Ancient Gear player here. I'm not gonna concede. In fact, out of respect for the OTK deck that just almost immediately got overshadowed the moment Tenpai got introduced into the game, I'm just gonna let the rest of this footage like roll out, and you guys are gonna see me get steamrolled over by quite literally one of the oldest archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh. So my opponent ended their turn literally as I turned off my microphone. You disappoint me greatly, good sir. Although I drew into batshit nothing, so we may not stand a chance after all. Oh wait, no, we still might. So we're gonna use opening of the Spirit Gates. We'll get one of the Beckoning Beasts. And we literally have no more targets, so we're not actually gonna summon it. We'll just prepare the Nightmare Pain, and we'll sacrifice him. Yeah, we'll sacrifice him, and then we'll get some out of these nuts. There we go. And now we will perform our normal summon. And then, Samsara these nuts. There we go. Then we'll summon out the Yubel. I'm pretty sure Ancient Gears don't have a way out of this exact situation. Just facing off against a monster that can literally stare them in the face and do absolutely nothing. That will be something. Oh my god. So we'll discard the extra Nightmare Pain that we have, and we'll actually summon out the Samsara these nuts. There we go. And then we will use the other effect of opening the spirit gates. We'll add this back to hand, and we could use the other one to resurrect the other. Oh my god, we can. I forgot that we can actually do that. There's a reason this thing is there's a reason this thing actually limited to one. I completely forgot that that was the reason it's limited to one. Holy fucking shit. Per copy is well, as you guys can see here. Oh my god. So there is that. Oh my god. So now we're going to go into Yama. We'll actually leave Yubel on the field here. And there we go. We'll put it here, right where the fortress is. There we go. Then Yama, activate his effect. We'll get Sharvara. And then Sharvara effect. We'll destroy Yama. There we go. And do this. Get the good doggo down there. And then, as much as I want to go into Unchained Soul of Rage, we're gonna do that in second main phase. We'll just attack. And then go into second main. We will now go into Unchained Soul of Rage 1 and 2. Excuse me. We're gonna put it here again. This is literally insurance for next turn, and there we go. Then Sharvara effect, we'll get the Lone Trap card from their archetype that's in the deck, and then we will fusion, well, quote-unquote, fusion summon away these two. Yes, fusion summon away these two. Then we'll put, we'll actually put them in defense, but no. I prefer to put them in attack position. There we go. Then once that's established, we're gonna pass back. All right. I can't believe my Ancient Gear opponent like brick like that. Oh wait, no, I completely forgot one important factor of Ancient Gears. They need the opponent to have monsters on the field. This now I remember why they were horribly power creep like nearly immediately. Simply because of the fact that hold on, during your most main phase special summoned okay, no, I'm not gonna destroy that, but I do have something spicier to do. Well, shit, I didn't think I had a window there. Oh wait, no, Ancient Gear Fortress protects them. I completely forgot about that fact. They can't be targeted, yeah, and I cannot even respond to them. Although they might have difficulty getting over Phantom of Yubel as long as Nightmare Pain is on the field, but knowing Ancient Gears these days, they could potentially have something here. Let's see. Yep, discarding that. Yeah, I have seen the Hardleg do a ladder climb using Ancient Gears, and yeah, it's a rough going. You'd rather just be playing Tenpai at this point rather than these guys. Although granted, the new support does indeed elevate them to more respectable status than what they were before this new support came around. They definitely need a way to get rid of the Phantom of Yubel, more so than anything else. But from my perspective, at the very least, we need a way to get rid of the back row here. Target and Unchained and a card on the field. I'm pretty sure Fortress. Yeah. Oh, wait. So this is literally the only way for me to go about this. So we destroy that, and Gear Town doesn't do much. This doesn't do much. Okay, yeah, we literally need to destroy Fortress, or else we will not be able to do anything here. Fortress does advance their game state a little, but we're gonna need to do more than that. So now we'll activate Soul of Rage first. We will recycle the Sharvara. There we go. It's insurance for later, and then we'll get Soul of Rage. There we go. And then we'll actually destroy one of the spirit gates because we can recycle one or the other anyway. So there is that. Oh, I forgot that we can summon this back. All right, now we can quick summon, or rather, we can link summon. Should we get to that point. But yeah, Sharvara up on the field. There we go. So we have another Grave Squirmer style effect. So that is something. Okay, yep, getting that out. There we go. Add a ancient gear to hand. Also, you cannot set cards for the rest of this turn. Do I want them to do that? Surprisingly, no. Well, rather unsurprisingly, no. I'd rather you destroy a Yubel I control instead. I'm not gonna allow you to proceed any further than you already have here. Maxi, sure. Draw your cards. I don't think you have the firepower to do what you need to do here. So we do this, and we will link away the Ancient Gear Golem, or rather the Ancient Gear Dark Golem. Yeah, because I mean, he may be I mean, we may have the defense wall of Yubel, but we're not going to be able to do too much here. So we'll summon out SP Little Knight, and then we'll banish away the Gear Town because that thing does stuff when it's destroyed. And then we'll destroy Spirit of Yubel. There we go. Then we'll get SP. We're gonna banish the Gear Town. There we go. And then Spirit of Yubel, which will allow us to summon from the deck. There we go. And OG Yubel. There we go. Right here. And then they draw their one card, but Gear Town is banished. It will not trigger any summonings because of they got super polymerization yugs. Alright, yeah, discarding the gearbox. That's usually just a one of, just as a way to search. Let me guess, they're gonna get Howitzer, which is, yep, alright. So they'll wall up for a bit, because they quite literally cannot, and I mean they cannot do anything, at the current moment. It's unaffected by everything anyway, so this is fine. This is just fine. So now we need a way to basically this is now super polymerization or bust. Ancient Gear, Spell Trap from deck to hand. That is fine. Adding another advance. That is cool. Howitzer is it? This is definitely a wall. You only really play Howitzer if the situation is pretty much like this, where you just cannot do anything at that point. This guy's unaffected by everything. Jesus Christ. This is definitely a wall and a half for us to take over. Oh, okay. Drawing a card. I don't know why you would do that, but granted, I don't have that. Quite literally, I don't have damage on board. So there, ooh, that is something, but okay then. I managed to outgrind the Ancient Gears. Alright, they got a little too rusty for their tastes. Let's move on to the next duel. Won the die roll, so let's see what my opponent's Madolche field is gonna do to me here. We do not have a lot of defense. Holy shit. So this is just a... Oh, wait, no, we do have a piece of defense, but I don't like it. We'll get these two out. There we go. So this is our one and only Ash Blossom insurance. Because again, I do not fear Max C too much. Because we can just stop around like what, 4 summons. And then after that, we'll just play the mid-range game at that. Okay, then we summon out the Spirit. There we go. And we can also like stop Effect Veiler if it comes down to that, or hell, even Cyframe Gear Gamma if they have that. But yeah, this is a do or die opponent, and they have an infinite permanence. This is actually surprisingly fine, because I can just use super polymerization later on. If it even comes to that. So yeah, we're just gonna set and pass and we'll be satisfied there. That does mean that my opponent's hand is potentially stacked, so we're gonna see what happens here. Okay, main phase 1, and let's see what my opponent does here. We're gonna find out soon enough. Opponent is thinking about it, and it's okay. Vernisylphs isn't exactly what I was expecting, but I don't think that's the negate here. If this is indeed Madolche, we're gonna see. Okay, we're still seeing Vernisylphs. Let's see what else they're gonna do here. All right, yep, summoning the duck out. I don't want a super poly it yet, surprisingly. We're gonna keep waiting. That's not because I don't think that's what we need to get rid of. All right, it is indeed Madolche. We're gonna see how far they go here. I'm pretty sure I don't quite remember what the choke points are for Madolche. I don't remember if it's the Mesagelato or the Petting Sasur, if I remember correctly. Okay, yep. Target a monster in the graveyard. Yep. These guys need a graveyard that's free of monsters. So we're gonna do this now. It is just a way to ensure that we're gonna do what we need to do here. Okay, yep. Cake, you will destroy this. There we go. And then Spirit of Yubel, you do your thing. And we're gonna activate. We're gonna get them good with the super polymerization if they don't target it. But I'm pretty sure they're going to try to get rid of my back row here. All right. Yep. Vernisylph, flourishing. What's her name? Flourishing Hills. Okay. That made them empty-handed. So there's that. Vernisylph of the Awakening Forest. There we go. And let's see here. All right, yep, Angeli. This is the one that just supercharges a lot of their plays. Special summon Ema Dolce from the deck. I do know that they have a who did they add in hand? Oh God, I already forgot. They have the Vernisylph of Awakening Forests in hand. Do we stop this now rather than later? I'm pretty sure we should. Rather than have them just advance like very far ahead. So we're gonna do this, and we will quite literally eat away their whole damn board. There we go. And then, I mean, let's see if this is enough. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monsters, 500 for each. So that's 2,500 points of damage. And your move, opponent. All right. Unfortunately, I am empty. Although they will not exactly have an easy way to deal with Loving Defender here, and in fact, as a sign of strength, I will attack them with the Loving Defender. All right, and we'll just pass back to our opponent. An Ash Blossom is actually a pretty damn good draw. So if they try anything here, I will stop it until such a time where I draw into a way to get to Geist Grinder Golem, and then after that we're just gonna be swimming in advantage from there. So we're gonna do this opening of the Spirit Gates. I did actually have an opportunity to get the I forgot that I can do that. But we'll do it later. Dark Beckoning Beast. We'll get the other Spirit Gate here. All right. I think we'll be cooking here. So we get another Spirit Gate, and then we'll use opening of the Spirit Gates. There we go. And then we'll discard one of the Spirit Gates, and we will summon out the Spirit of Yubel. Alright, and now we will actually have a chance to search the continuous spell, and my opponent definitely saw the writing on the wall. Yeah, I was gonna get Geist Grinder Golem there, and I was gonna find a way to kill him at that point. So yeah, a win is a win, and it was against Madolche, and they did get a new piece of support, and I probably will see that once I go over to their deck list, but I'll just have to do that off camera. So move on to the next duel. Once again, I am made to go first, so that can only mean one thing and one thing only. We are up against Tenpai. Or it could not be Tenpai as well, so there is that. We have a pretty stacked hand. We have opening of the Spirit Gates to bait out whatever Ash Blossom they could potentially have here. Using Max C there is a vote of confidence in my book. I could use the Ash Blossom here, but I'm not going to. Because we could be up to up against something that oh, I'm just realizing it's a slightly thicker deck than usual. So Max C as part of the 5 here, and then 2, so it's a 47 card deck, which is already triggering my OCD a bunch. But we're gonna see if this triggers something out of my opponent. Question mark. Okay, still nothing. We'll get the other Spirit Gate here. And let's see if this actually, before we do that, we're gonna get this out first. This is our Ash Blossom Insurance. There we go. So we get these two out, and then do you have something for this opponent? No, you do not. All right. Then we get Nightmare Throne, and then yes, select a card in the deck, and we'll get some sound of these nuts. Yes, add to hand. There we go. And then I forgot we already normal summon, but I think we're fine. Surprisingly, we're surprisingly fine here. We'll just get some Sara down next turn anyway, and we have an Ash Blossom, we have a Super Polymerization, and if Phantom of Yubel leaves the field, we can summon the Spirit of Yubel out from the deck after the fact. So we're not in too bad of a place here. Naturia Marron. That is a monster that I did not expect. Okay, let's read. When this card in normal summon, you can summon a monster from the deck to the graveyard. Per turn, you can target 2 natural monsters in the graveyard, shuffle all targets to the deck, and then you draw 1 card. Is this new? I've never seen this guy in my life. It's probably new. Sends a Naturia from the deck to the graveyard, and then it can send 2. It can. Oh no! It can shuffle 2 in. I feel like this is bait. So actually, we're gonna shotgun it. Ash Blossom might be might have a bigger target later, and that indeed happened. But because Spirit of Yubel left the field, Nightmare Throne will still trigger. So I will still end up with Yubel on the field in spite of Phantom triggering. In spite of Phantom not triggering there. At least I hope that's what happens. Question mark. Will I get the... no, I did not. That is surprising. Although, I will still have access to the... I do have access to Super Polymerization, so that is something. But we're gonna see how far my opponent goes here. Wait, who did he send to the graveyard? I'm assuming, yeah, it's Cricket. Yeah, about what I expected. We're gonna see how far my opponent goes here. While they are thinking about their life choices, I'm gonna have a drink of water. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. And my opponent summoned the Barkion and then summoned a Mole Cricket, which I assume he will use now as a way to fetch 2 more Naturias out of the deck. And surprisingly, I will not use Ash Blossom here because I want to blow them out as much as possible. Yep, getting Camellia, and which other? Nothing much else. Alright, cool. I will now use the Super Polymerization. I will discard the other Spirit Gate I fetched out, and you cannot respond to this, good sir. There we go. And then I will summon out the Muddy Mud Dragon, and I will fuse these 2 away, and we will set this guy to defense position on my field. There we go. Camellia will send something to the graveyard. I'm assuming it's the trap card because that's their quote-unquote searcher. Surprisingly, and that's what I will Ash Blossom. There we go. All right. So having some sort of these nuts in my hand is ooh, he had the gamma. The gall of this guy. Holy shit. Or rather, the cojones on this guy. My god. This guy is fighting, goddamn. Holy shit. Alright, alright. I respect that, opponent. I respect that. Alright. Let's see. So, negating my Ash Blossom there. But now, we're gonna see how far he... I mean, he could just go into Psyframe Gear Z... Psyframe, Zeta here. And do his thing. But we're gonna see how far he goes. He's gonna combo off now, because I literally have no interaction whatsoever unless he finds a way to get rid of the field spell. And once that happens, I will be a sitting duck for a while, unless of course he doesn't find a way to interact with some sort of these nuts. But we're gonna find out soon enough. A 6 and a 4 make a 10, so he probably has bar on the floor, and I will be very sad once my turn rolls around. So I'll just see you guys there. Okay, we're back, and my opponent. Oh God, that's a bad draw. We can revive something for later. So we're gonna do this preemptively. We're gonna activate Muddy Mud Dragon, and we will declare Dark as a way to protect all of my monsters from targeted stuff. Okay, yep, now that everyone is Dark type, we're gonna set him to attack position, which will further disincentivize him from doing shit. And we're gonna get some out of these nuts on the field, and let's see what you got, opponent. Alright, yep. Summoning, I'm assuming Cricket from the graveyard, which will allow him to fetch out the 2 Naturias that will provide negation for the board that I have, which will not be surprising in the slightest. And okay, Maxi again as a way to refuel. That is surprisingly fine to me. Okay, yep. 1900 is definitely a decent enough stat for Naturia. That will allow them to summon basically any number of Naturias that they have in the deck. I'm assuming they're going to get, yeah, Sunflower and the other one, who the fuck? Stinkbug. Oh, this is just the one that negates the battle phase. Sure, Jan. That's fine by me. We're gonna do this, and I'm assuming you're gonna negate question mark. That's about this is literally the only window you can do so. You can also use SP Little Knight here. Sure. What happens if this is destroyed? Now that I think about it. What happens if the negation is like destroyed? And I'm assuming it will. Oh my God! It will still trigger. Okay then. I did not know that was how it worked. Okay, that is something new that's going to be added into my mental notes. Yeah, sure, 3-bit away. That is completely fine by me. There we go. So the first one, it will be negated by that, and then there's a second one there. That is completely fine. Again, it's completely fine. You want to know why? Because I will do this. And then I'll discard the Terror Incarnate, and then I'll summon back this. There we go. And then, yep, they'll draw their 1 card. And then since I control level 10, let's see. We're going to keep trying to bait out whatever it is my opponent could potentially have here. Then that happens, and we're just going to leave that in hand. And now we're going to get Phantom. We'll get this and this. There we go. And we'll put this here. Boom. All right. We sadly don't have Nightmare Pain, and oh, I forgot that Phantom is negated until it comes back to my opponent's turn. But I think we'll be fine here. We just need to attack into SP Little Knight and remove their ability to do too much to my board. Because once that happens, I mean, Camellia also does a lot. So, but SP Little Knight is going to be far more annoying in the longer run. And now, since Phantom Yubel can be destroyed by battle at this juncture, so I'm not gonna do too much there. And yeah, we're just gonna move to my opponent's draw phase, and we will activate the Mud Dragon's effect as a preemptive way to have some targeting protection. There we go. All right, naming Dark. And my opponent will have to establish like really big monsters in order to walk over Muddy Mud Dragon. But my Yubels are going to survive a lot of the combat. So we're going to see here. They're going to be thinking a lot. And they even have an adventure engine inside. Holy shit. Alright. I'm assuming they're going to get Water Enchantress here. Once they have Fateful Adventure. Yeah, I used to run a deck that has the Adventure Engine, and I remember when they were like at full power, and they were so goddamn annoying. But now they're just fine, and it's sad. They were such a unique way to play Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's quite literally centered around a token. but you know, they've been horribly power crept at this point, and even with the new pieces of support here, it's just not it, Chief. Okay, yep, Mole Cricket. That is honestly surprisingly fine. I don't want the Griffin to end up on the field in any way, shape, or form, because that is I cannot activate spells or traps. That is actually fine by me. Why would you do that? So we'll destroy Spirit. That is fine. Although, if this is on the field, then that means I cannot I cannot have Nightmare Pain, but they cannot punch through my Yubel anyway. So I don't know what you're trying to do here, opponent. So we'll literally just be staring at each other for a while, and of course you're going to want to punch into Muddy Mud Dragon here. But you're not going to be able to punch through Spirit of Yubel, so you need to find a way to get rid of. You basically need to banish Spirit of Yubel if you want to advance your game state here. Okay, Psychic Wielder. So you have access to either an 8. You also have access to a 9. Okay. Synchro summoning away into Mascarena, Mascarena, Mascarena. There is actually a pack right now that includes alt arts for not only Mascarena but also for the live twins or evil twins, if you want to be more pedantic about it. Where I remember an artist named Hughes who went like ballistic trying to find the highest rarity versions of the live twin arts, and if I remember correctly, he went through like 6 cases of Yu-Gi-Oh booster boxes just trying to find the high rarity versions, and he did end up with about 4 copies each of Kisikil and Lila, but he never ended up with with 1 copy each of the highest rarity versions of said cards. But now he has like pretty cards in his binder, so there's that. Ooh, Avramax. Okay, that is basically an unstoppable force battling an immovable object. Avramax. Sure, you'll be inflicting 3,000 points of damage at me, but can you do that to Yubel? Question mark. Sure, I'll take 3,000. That is fine, but I don't know if you can do that to Yubel as well. I think getting rid of the bamboo shoot screwed you. Will screw. See, getting rid of the bamboo shoot screwed you over here, opponent. Because what I will do now is just put this here, and then I'm gonna wait. How does this interact then? He just takes the 3K. Okay then. Surprisingly, at this point, I just need to summon. I don't even need to summon anything. Okay then. Do you? Do I? Actually, do I? Do I even dare? Actually, no. What 2 cards in their hand is going to get them out of this? I should actually just relax here. Surprisingly. Unless they have something. This is my graveyard is pretty light. I could actually just try to kill him next turn potentially. Let's see let's see where this goes first. They have 2 cards in hand, and also because I didn't summon, I didn't trigger their cricket, and now that I think about it, that may actually be the right move. Because I have absolutely no idea if they even have any more Naturias left to pull out of their deck at this point. They could just, you know, revive stuff out of the graveyard and synchro summon with a 5 or a 6, maybe. Let's see how far my Naturia opponent is gonna take this. Avramax is a very hard wall to conquer, but with Yubel, it's pretty much invalid. Okay, it's actually good to know now that Avramax stands nothing against Spirit of Yubel, or hell, any of the new Yubel cards for that matter. What's the point of having basically dealing a guaranteed 3,000 damage if your target has 0 attack, and the damage that they would have taken will just be reflected back at you. Okay, getting another just getting another negation onto the board. Okay, yep, Water Enchantress doing her thing, banishing herself, and I'm getting that. And these were like all of the literally the entire Adventurer engine was just recently unlimited, and I barely see them on the ladder like at all. Oh my god. That's just how bad power creep is in Yu-Gi-Oh! And people in Hearthstone complain about power creep over there, and then here I am with Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, guys, come on. Your game is nothing. Although, granted, the power creep, and it's honestly unfair to compare the power creep between those two games because both games operate on like completely separate axes. And their version of power creep is, oh, he's just going to commit Sudoku here. Unless he will be left with like just 200 life points. Yeah, I think it's just better for me to literally not do anything and just swing in for game. So let's see. Or I could do the funny thing and kill him with Gustav Max here and just style on him a bit. But no. My opponent has been competent throughout this entire duel, so I will give him the same respect. So I'll kill him just by running into his Avramax here. And yeah, that is a duel and a half. Excuse me. My opponent may have actually goofed like very hard there by linking away his bamboo shoot, because that was what's preventing me from active having Nightmare Pain on the field in the first place. And because he did that, it basically killed him there. Oh boy! If he kept the bamboo shoot, I would have probably died like way sooner. But you know, choices were made, and my opponent will hopefully take this lesson to heart. But we're gonna cut here, and damn, it feels good to be piloting something other than Tenpai. Oh my god! But of course, once Fiendsmith rolls around, everybody will be playing that deck, and I'm already like 70% prepared for it. I'm quite literally just missing the Fiendsmith parts, and now that I think about it, I should actually make Hiking Caesar and Beatrice as preparation for the future. Because those two cards are integral to the Fiendsmith combo line. So we'll get there when we get there. But for now, we're going to cut it here. And if you guys like what you saw, hit like, comment, subscribe, and share this among your friends. And until next time, toodles.